What's up YouTube, Saf here on Super Saf TV, and in this video we're going to be comparing the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 to the iPhone 7 Plus. Whoa, why are we comparing the iPhone 7 Plus when it's almost a year old? Well, it's currently what's available right now, and we'll redo this comparison when the new iPhone 8 and the iPhone 7s Plus are out next month. So starting off with the size differences, both of these are quite large devices, but the Note 8 is slightly taller, it's also slightly thicker, but it's slightly narrower compared to the iPhone 7 Plus. Now this is because of the new 18.5:9 aspect ratio that the Note 8 has compared to 16:9 on the iPhone 7 Plus. And the Note 8 does have a much larger display, 6.3 inches compared to 5.5 inches on the iPhone 7 Plus. And that is because of the Infinity display that we have here on the Note 8, which has minimal bezels. Now the iPhone 8 is rumored to have very small bezels, but the iPhone 7s Plus, I believe, is still going to have pretty large bezels. We've got different technologies for the displays here as well. For the Note 8, you've got Super AMOLED, and for the iPhone 7 Plus, you've got LED backlit. Full HD resolution on the iPhone 7 Plus, and on the Note 8, you've got Quad HD Plus. Now overall, I would have to give the edge to the Note 8 here in terms of the display, and that is because you've got a larger display, colors are more vibrant, and blacks are deeper, and you also have sharper details. The iPhone 7 Plus, however, does have 3D touch, so this is where you can push down harder anywhere on the screen, and that is going to give you more options and things. On the Note 8, you do have a pressure sensitive home button, but that is the only area which is pressure sensitive. Now moving on to the build and design, both of these are actually really premium. You've got a metal unibody on the iPhone 7 Plus. On the Note 8, you've got a metal frame with curved Gorilla Glass 5 panels on the front and back, which are symmetrical. Both devices are also water and dust resistant. You've got IP68 on the Note 8, you've got IP67 on the iPhone 7 Plus. Now design is obviously subjective. I personally do prefer the Note 8 a little bit more because of those curved sides, which look great and also make the Note 8 a little bit easier to hold compared to the iPhone 7 Plus. You can, however, customize the look of either of these with a skin from our channel sponsor Dbrand. I'll be leaving a link to them in the description below. Now internally, both of these also have very powerful processors. You've got the Snapdragon 835 or the Exynos 8895, depending on your region. This is on the Note 8. On the iPhone 7 Plus, you have Apple's A10 Fusion chip. You do, however, have more RAM on the Note 8, 6GB versus 3GB on the iPhone 7 Plus. Now performance will vary. With the Note 8, you do get some advanced multitasking features, however, such as multi-window as well as app pair, which is going to let you open 2 apps in multi-window with just one click. For storage, the iPhone 7 Plus comes with 32, 128 or 256 GB options at different prices. The Note 8 is going to be coming with a base of 64 GB, but you can expand that with the micro SD card slot. This is something you can't do on the iPhone 7 Plus. Now moving on to the cameras, this is where things get really interesting. Both have a dual camera setup. On the iPhone 7 Plus, you've got 12 megapixels on both. You've got a primary wide-angle camera with an f1.8 aperture and optical image stabilization. And then there's a secondary telephoto camera which has an f2.8 aperture and is going to give you 2 times optical zoom. Now it looks like Samsung have taken a bit of inspiration here from the iPhone, and the Note 8 has a similar setup, 12 megapixels for both cameras, but both do have optical image stabilization. The primary camera is a wide angle with an f1.7 aperture, and the secondary camera is telephoto with an f2.4 aperture, which is also going to give you 2 times optical zoom. Both also have a portrait mode, which is going to blur the background. It's been working really well on the iPhone 7 Plus for me. I'll be doing lots of tests with it on the Note 8 too. But a new feature on the Note 8 is the ability to capture from both cameras at the same time. This is something you can't do on the iPhone 7 Plus as yet. Now I will be doing some detailed Super Saf style camera comparisons between these devices, so if you want to see those first, then make sure you have subscribed and switch on notifications. Both devices also support video at up to 4K, and for the front-facing cameras, the iPhone 7 Plus has a 7 megapixel camera with an f2.2 aperture. On the Note 8, you have an 8 megapixel front-facing camera with an f1.7 aperture, as well as autofocus. One advantage that you do get on the Note 8 is the ability to capture video at 1440p. You can only do 1080p from the front-facing camera on the 7 Plus. Now moving on to the operating systems, obviously we've got Android versus iOS here. We've got Android version 7.1.1 with Samsung's Experience Skin on top on the Note 8. On the iPhone 7 Plus, it is currently 10.3.3, the iOS 11 update should be coming very soon. Now, this is going to come down to your personal preference. One of the advantages that you are going to be getting with iOS is updates are going to be coming quicker to you compared to that on the Note 8. Now, moving on to the additional features of both devices, both of them do have a fingerprint scanner, but in different positions. You've got it at the front on the iPhone 7 Plus, and on the Note 8 you do have it at the back. Now, out of these two, I would say that the 7 Plus is a little bit more convenient because it is at the front. You do, however, have an iris scanner on the Note 8, which you can use as an alternative. This is something that's not available on the 7 Plus. The Note 8 has a USB Type-C connector with a 3.5mm headphone jack. You no longer have a 3.5mm headphone jack on the iPhone. You only have the Lightning connector. They do include a converter out of the box, but it can be a little bit inconvenient. One of the advantages in the sound department that the 7 Plus does have is the stereo speakers. You've only got a single bottom-facing speaker on the Note 8. Both devices also have their very own AI assistant. You've got Siri versus Bixby, and the Note 8 also has a unique feature which you're not going to find on many of the devices, and that is the S Pen. This is what makes the Note series quite unique, and it comes with lots of advanced features such as being able to just jot down a quick memo on the display while it's off, and that's going to stay on there because of the always on display. And you also have Live Translate, where you're going to be able to select lines of text and it is going to translate those live. Now, for the batteries, the Note 8 has a 3300 mAh battery. On the 7 Plus you have a 2900 mAh battery. Neither of these are removable. Now, usage will vary from person to person, and it's going to depend on the resolution as well, because you are pushing out more pixels on the Note 8. But an advantage that you do have on the Note 8 is fast charging as well as fast wireless charging. Neither of these things are available on the 7 Plus. They may be available on the 8. Finally, pricing and availability. You are going to be paying a little bit more for the Note 8 because it is a newer device, and it's going to be available to pre-order from the 24th of August and will start shipping from the 15th of September. The iPhone 7 Plus is currently available right now. So guys, that is the comparison of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 versus the iPhone 7 Plus. Both promising devices. Now, yes, the iPhone 7 Plus is a year older, and if you are thinking of getting it, I would wait for another month, just because the prices will come down as soon as the new iPhones are released. But it is still a good contender, and it's still quite fast. The Note 8 does come with all of the new features, including that infinity display, which is absolutely beautiful. What do you think of both of these devices? Which one do you prefer? Definitely drop me a comment below and let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and switch on notifications. There's plenty more content coming up on here. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on Super Saf TV, and I'll see you next time.